All right, let's talk about the future. For the next few minutes, we're going to cut through all the noise and break down McKinsey's 2025 tech outlook. We're going to find the key trends that are truly about to reshape our world. With so much changing so incredibly fast, the real question is, which technologies are actually going to matter? We're not talking about just the latest shiny object, but the innovations that are going to fundamentally change how we work and honestly, how we live. So that's where McKinsey's latest report comes in. It really cuts through the complexity and pinpoints 13 key frontier trends. Think of it like a strategic map for what's just around the corner. And we're going to use that map to explore the big picture. Okay, so first up, let's get that bird's eye view of the entire 2025 tech landscape. Where's the real momentum? What are the big currents pushing everything forward? Well, after a bit of a slowdown, the money is flowing back into innovation in a big way. We're seeing investment ramp up in 10 of the 13 key tech trends, and that's a huge signal that companies are shifting gears from just experimenting to serious, full-scale adoption. But here's something that's absolutely crucial to understand. Not all of these trends are moving at the same speed. You've got AI, which is like this massive tidal wave. It's a general-purpose tech that's scaling everywhere. And then you have something like quantum, which is more like a targeted lightning strike, incredibly powerful for sure, but still being developed for very specific, very critical jobs. And that difference right there brings us to the single most important theme in this entire outlook. See, AI isn't just another trend on the list. It's the engine that's driving almost everything else. I mean, this quote from the report really says it all. AI is no longer just its own powerful wave. It's becoming the foundational current that is lifting and accelerating all the other technologies. It's the great amplifier. Okay, check this out. Here's a fantastic, real-world example of how this all clicks together. Imagine you need to repair a machine in a factory. Step 1, robotics gives you the physical arms to do the work. Step 2, traditional AI gives you the brain to figure out what's wrong. But here's the game changer. Step 3. Agentic AI comes in, creates the entire repair plan, and even orders the parts it needs, all on its own. Now, that last step we just saw, the AI that doesn't just analyze but actually acts, well, that's one of the most explosive new trends. So let's put a spotlight on what McKinsey is calling the virtual coworker, and it's all powered by this agentic AI. So what exactly makes agentic AI so different? Well, this is the leap from AI as a passive assistant to an active partner. It's the difference between asking for a piece of information and just delegating an entire project. And that's why that virtual coworker analogy is so spot on. Get ready for this number. We're talking about an almost 1,000% increase. That's the growth in job postings for roles related to agentic AI in just 1 year. This isn't some far-off trend. It's a tidal wave of demand that's happening right now. It just shows you how fast companies are scrambling to get this capability. And believe me, this is already delivering some huge results. Take banking, for instance. Automating just one complex task, drafting credit memos, led to a productivity jump of up to 60%. Now just imagine scaling that kind of impact across an entire company. But look, all of this incredible AI software doesn't just run on magic. It needs a physical foundation with an immense amount of power. And that brings us to our next spotlight, the hardware that's being completely reimagined to make it all possible. The huge innovation here is the shift to application-specific chips. The best way to think about it is like this. A regular CPU is kind of like a versatile adjustable wrench. It can do a lot of jobs just okay. These new chips, they're like a custom-made socket wrench, designed to do one specific job, like running an AI model, with just unbelievable speed and efficiency. So what's fueling this whole hardware revolution? It's actually a pretty simple feedback loop. The just absolutely insatiable demand for more computing power from AI is directly sparking a new golden age of chip design and innovation. Okay, so we've got the brains in the software and we've got the muscle in the hardware. So for our final spotlight, let's see what happens when these trends escape the data center and start taking shape in the physical world through robotics. This is basically the moment robots get a massive brain upgrade. For decades, most robots were stuck doing the same repetitive task on an assembly line. But by infusing them with the same AI foundation models that power things like chatbots, we're giving them the ability to see, to reason, and to adapt to unpredictable real-world situations. And this is happening everywhere, right now. We're seeing AI-driven cobots working right alongside humans in Amazon warehouses. We're seeing humanoid robots in logistics, and even super specialized machines that can do delicate tasks like preparing your food or harvesting fruit. The factory is no longer the limit. So, we've seen some of these incredible individual trends. Now, let's zoom out. If you're a leader trying to make sense of all this, what are the big, cross-cutting themes you really need to get your head around to ride this wave successfully? The report really boils the major challenges down into a few key areas. On one side, you have these amazing opportunities, like the rise of autonomous systems and new ways for people and machines to work together. But this creates massive new challenges. How do you scale the infrastructure? How do you handle intense global competition? And maybe the most important one, how do you make sure all this is being done responsibly? Ultimately, when you boil it all down, the message is really, really clear. Success isn't going to come from just buying the latest gadget. It's going to come from having a clear strategy, pinpointing the high-impact areas for your business, investing like crazy in talent, and building those crucial guardrails that create trust in these powerful new systems. And that really brings us to the final, critical question, the one this whole outlook is pointing to. With this new landscape in mind, how will you position your organization to not just react to all this change, but to actually get out there and drive the next wave of transformation?